Hey everyone, so my fish tank has been bare for maybe 3 weeks without any substrate in it. But I finally decided to go with the substrate I had before. I wish it came in another color, but I'm going to put some white sand in also to mix up the color a little bit. So I went with this Eco Complete Planet Aquarium substrate by Carib Sea. Got this new with Fluorospore Root Enhancement Symbionts. Didn't notice that label before. But I ordered it off of Amazon, local to pet store chains. Didn't have it. They usually have it sitting on the shelf, but took a look at Amazon. Pretty surprising. They had it on Amazon, and if you ever get that Amazon Prime, which is a one-time yearly fee, you get free shipping for all your orders. So these are 20-pound bags. I ordered 2, so that was free shipping, and I got 2-day delivery. So it must have been from someone locally that had it in stock. It's black. I wish it came in a lighter color. But I bought this this sand here. It's a little bit coarser. It's not like play sand. So I'm going to have like a pocket of this somehow. I don't want it to look symmetrical, look somewhat natural, I guess. But yeah, I want to put the substrate in and then try another attempt at live plants. I might try using the yeast to make a CO2 injecting system here. That might be one of the causes why I'm not too successful with plants. So stepping up to live plants, which is a lot more difficult. So I'll give it a try again. But I've had, like I said, I've had the substrate out for, I don't know, 3 weeks now. So it's about time I get the substrate in. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Got my bucket here, got my siphon, and I guess I'll have the plants in there. I'll have the fish in there overnight. Turn off the pump, see how long it takes everything to settle. So I'll turn the pump off. Get right to it. Get out of there, the black molly's so stupid, he's going to get sucked into that. Move it. So I'm filling up the bucket here, got it off to the side, gives me access to the front. Stay away from that siphon, guys. It's going to be a lot easier to catch these fish now with most of the water out. Whoa. Not that they won't get spooked. These tetras are hard to catch. Without any of the substrate, they've been looking at their reflection on the bottom of the tank. There's one. That's 2. Thought I killed them for a second there. They were disoriented. They've had the clear bottom on the tank for so long. When I put them in here, they were lying flat on the bottom of the tank for about a minute. Took them a while to figure out which way was up. So I'll keep them in here overnight. I'll probably put an air stone in here. So let's continue emptying the tank here. A bit more to go, and then I can put the substrate in. Now this substrate is wet. It's biologically active, and the manufacturer is suggesting 1 to 2 pounds per gallon of water. So these are 40-pound bags. I do have 2, but I want to add that sand, and I don't know if I'm just going to add pockets of sand or put a layer of sand on top of this. Now, they do say you're not supposed to take new gravel and put it on top of biologically active gravel, because that's capping it, and you end up killing the bacteria in the existing gravel. So you do that gradually. You can work in. So I'm not certain if I want to do this in isolated area of sand or top layer of sand. And the sand I bought, it's not actually, it doesn't, they're calling it sand, but it's been rinsed and filtered. So this one bag, so I'm going to slope it up in the back so it's thicker in the back. I guess 2 bags is about right for this tank. I wish this material came in a light color. That's why I got the sand. And here's the second bag. Now I think I just made a mistake. I don't know, there wasn't that much liquid in this, but it says for established tanks to discard most of the liquid in the contents of the bag, so I did not do that. So, I don't know, I'll do a water change too, I don't know. I guess I'll have a super amount of bacteria in here. So I guess what I want to do is I want like a little island of sand, and maybe that's a good thing, because then if plants don't grow in this substrate, this sand substrate that I got, it'll keep it bare in that area. So I try to make it not look too symmetrical, but I want like a little island of sand. That's what I was thinking. So let's see if it works out. Put this. So I scooped out the center here, and sort of was a good thing, because I think I could actually use 3 bags of this Eco Complete substrate. We'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I don't even have any plants. So let's put a layer of this sand, and this way, guess I'm not killing any bacteria, because all the sand is, all the substrate is to the sides and just a little bit here. Well, I wonder why this isn't sinking here. I pre-washed it, so it was damp. So I'm going to agitate a little bit. Hopefully it'll sink. I bought way too much of this white sand. I can return some of this. So I guess this is sort of what I was going for. I would have liked it if the sand was a little bit more tan color. But, you know, maybe as if I'm successful with plants and some type of ground cover, the edges will become less distinct and man-made looking. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, maybe if I cover the whole tank with sand eventually. That the center here, instead of being just isolated, I could build up sand around it, and it would almost look like current maybe scooped out a little basin here in the middle. So the basin, the middle here would actually, where the sand is right now, would actually be the lowest spot in the tank. And I could eventually cover up, because it does say on the Eco Complete that you can slowly cover this substrate with a substrate on top of it. So maybe I'll do that, because I kind of like the lighter color. That's one thing I didn't like about this substrate, is the black color. So I might try that. So I've seen this done. Seems like a good idea. You put a plate in the tank so you don't disturb the substrate when you're putting the water in. So you don't disturb it as much. And if you get any dirty dishes, you can just do them. Kill two birds with one stone. Just kidding. Might as well do a 10% water change too, since I have the excess bacteria in there, I think. So this is where I'm at. Got the tank filled up again. It doesn't look like there's, sand floating around in the water. This really is like a fine gravel. I really rinsed it a bunch of times, so it's not like regular play sand that would really cloud up the water and get into the pump. So I'm not too thrilled with the front here, the way that looks. It's sort of like the sand art you see in glasses or in jars. So I think I'd like to have it a solid band of white. So I might, when I empty the tank out again, slowly or carefully bring this to the back and then put a band of sand in the front here. But yeah, that's about it. Wondering whether or not, I think I can. I'm going to put a layer of sand on top of this Eco Complete substrate, and the front here, this one pocket of all sand. Be interesting to see if plants can grow in that or not without any of the substrate underneath it. But yeah, I think I'd rather have all white, so I'll put a layer of sand on the top of that. And they recommend, I think, a tank this size, about 1.5 to 3 inches of substrate. So I've got this substrate about at least, over an inch, about 1.5 inches, a little bit higher in the back. Then I'll put some sand on top of that. So slowly progressing. I've got a piece of driftwood that I purchased in the mail, coming in the mail, so we'll place that, see what it looks like. Hopefully it's not too overwhelming, and looks a lot better. It's different than those chunky pieces of driftwood that I had in there. It's more of a branched driftwood. So thanks for watching. We'll see how this goes, see how it progresses.